Yo, welcome to Friends with Davey. I'm here, as always, with producer Joshua Cabaza. Josh Cabaza, how you doing, man?
Hola.
Why do you keep saying hola like that?
I don't know. Why? How am I supposed to say
It's vaguely sexual. I don't like that.
You don't even speak Spanish, do you?
Oh, we're also here with my buddy Justin Governale.
What up, dog?
What up, dude?
What up, dude?
Dude, Justin is an MMA fighter, a comedian, and a soon-to-be reality TV star. We can't talk about what he's on. We can't talk about what he did, but just know later this year, Justin is about to be famous as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I can't wait. Have you ever been famous, Josh?
No, Davey. I've never been famous.
Never been famous. He's never been famous.
Not yet. Not yet.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy, Josh?
Not long enough, apparently.
Well,
Yeah.
Justin already got a TV deal, dude.
Yeah, but he's had a life and shit. Like, he's done things.
Whoa, you're saying you haven't had a life?
No.
Josh actually got me in the comedy, him and George.
Yeah, that's true. George was like kind of your catalyst for doing stand-up, right?
Yes, but it's so funny because I did a podcast just like this.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man, come to Dojo, which is a creative writing session.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll go. And he's like, just say something funny on like an idea. And I was like, yeah, this is a funny idea. And then when we were done, they're like, all right, cool. You doing 4 minutes on Friday? And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, we're giving you 4 minutes. And I'm like,
I remember that. I remember Justin's first time on stage. He did you did an act out of getting choked off while jerking off or choked out.
Oh yeah,
while
yeah.
jerking
It used to be my thing because, you know, I've been doing it my entire life. Whenever someone's like, oh, they go like this. And
I thought you meant choking yourself and jerking off. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, he started young on that.
Oh no, I was. Wait, that's another. So I was 9. I was 9 years.
9 years old. The first time you choked yourself out while you were.
Oh no, I
yanking
didn't.
it?
No. The first time I beat it.
Okay. Oh well, yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I was 9.
Well,
and-
when was the first time you choked yourself out while you were doing it?
Oh, right now.
We're about to get a show,
Yeah,
podcast and a show. Josh, what do you think?
Demonetized right now.
Immediately. Yo, is stand-up comedy anything like MMA fighting? Are there any similarities?
There's a lot of similar. No, actually. So what's interesting is I've only been doing stand-up 2.5 years, right?
Right.
Not super long, right? I've been like a clown my entire life.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. Like a funny guy.
But what fighting does to you is it gives you a lot of confidence, right? Even like at work, whenever, you know, I've been in situations before, and this is terrible, right? I guarantee you I have coworkers that watch me and bosses that watch me on social media or whatever. But just being honest, there's been moments in my life where somebody's like, you know what, motherfucker, sit down. Sit down right now. And it's in front of everybody. And I'm kind of like in my mind, like I'm not scared or nervous because I'm like, dude, first of all.
Wait, why would they talk to you like that at work?
That's what I mean. It's just like they got upset at something and they just fucking, you know what? Sit down, motherfucker. And it's kind of like they're flexing in front of everyone. And I look around and I'm like, fuck, I got to save face. So I'm like, worst case, they fire me. Second worst case, they beat my ass. Third worst case,
Everybody laughs.
everybody laughs, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I couldn't help myself, right? I'm pretty tame. I'm not tame. I'm pretty, I've got a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like bearing, if you will, right?
Okay.
So, you know, there's been a couple moments in my life where fighting does this to you where you're like, hey, motherfucker, no, I'm not going to sit down. Like, you know what? Fight me right now. I will lose my job. And everyone just gets real tense and shit. And they're like, hey, you know, you should step outside. And I'm like, no, fucking, like, let's bang it out, dude.
You know what? I think he actually is about to throw it out.
Let's just flat out bang. Like, worst case, do you get beat up, right? And every time I've ever been about to fight, like this happened a couple months ago, where this one dude started kind of degrading this friend that I was with, she's a fucking doctor, like an actual brain, like.
Wait, where was this happening?
This was in Houston.
Oh, this was in Houston. So y'all were just like out and about.
I was out and about with a friend of mine. I went to high school with her, and she ended up she's a doctor, right?
Yeah.
And she works in neuro, right? So she's a fucking brain doctor. Like, went to Baylor, graduated second in her class, and they give her
She's the real deal.
Real deal. Like,
Yeah.
already did a residency, fucking millionaire, all this kind of shit, right? And one of my boys, you know, that I'm kind of friends with, he starts talking all this shit about like, the patriarchy and he starts talking about equality. He starts kind of like, I'm just being really kind of starts shitting on women. And so I'm kind of like looking around. She gets upset. She leaves. And then he keeps on, the patriarchy, equality, and I'm like, dude, she's not even here. Why are you laying into it? And he's like, I didn't know you're such a fucking liberal. And he gets all like, you know, he's a sniper in the Marine Corps too. So I'm like, dude, Like, okay, you're just condescending at this point, right? And he's just, he starts going off on this little power trip, so super calm and quiet. And this is my friend, dude.
How did a female doctor trigger him that hard?
She didn't. The guys. So I even said at some point, I ended up being like, yo, dude, you know what, dude? Now you're just being condescending. Hey, bro, let's just real calm, just in this tone. I was like, hey, dude, let's just go to the fucking restroom. Let's just settle it, dude. We'll fucking scrap real quick, man. And because you're just being condescending at this point. And he kind of thought I was joking, so he starts kind of bucking up. And I'm like, no, I'm being serious, dude. I'm not raising my voice. Let's just go to the restroom. Let's handle it like men.
Why would you fight in the bathroom?
Because nobody's going to see you. And now you don't make a scene, and now it's more intimate. You know what I'm saying?
It is a lot more intimate.
Because what I'm saying is, like, you raise your voice, and all of a sudden it's like, let's fucking, and you're trying to impress, and it's like, hey, let's go where there's nobody watching, and I'm going to keep the same tone, and I'm going to fucking whoop your ass, right? And then they're just like...
In the bathroom, Josh.
In the bathroom.
Well, close quarters, if you know jujitsu, I'm pretty sure the advantage goes
And so,
to you.
so he starts saying shit like,
Damn.
oh, well, you're a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu, so the standing. And I was like, dude, all you do is fucking drink, dude. Like, yeah, cool, let's do stand. And so he starts raising his voice, and there's a girl that's like, are you serious? His chick is with, and I'm like, let's just bet $1,000 on it. And this is all because of... I don't even have $1,000.
Not only do you challenge him to fight in the bathroom, you're going to put $1,000 on it.
I got like $15 in my fucking account right now, dude. Like, fucking, I don't even got $1,000.
But you're going to win this grand if you do
I'm going to win that
That's
grand.
right.
And if I don't, I'm going to get up, and I guarantee you I'm faster than him. I'll just run away. I'll be like, you're never going to get your grand, motherfucker. Right?
You can't catch me.
Yeah. So what's funny is the minute that he was raising his voice and saw that, like, he was like, yeah. And I was like, hey, man, dude, I'm not raising. You don't need to fucking yell to do your job, man. He just kind of, like... saw that I was fucking serious, and I was like, you want to sit here and talk about equality, patriarchy? She built a company, sold it for millions. Like, dude, she's literally a millionaire, man. Like, fucking, she's making more money than me and you will probably ever make. So fucking stop with that shit. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'll apologize. Right?
Oh, he did.
So she walks back up. He shakes her hand. He was kind of doing it for me, like, I'm still your homie. But then I sat there and I was like,
He was afraid of getting his ass beat in the bathroom.
maybe. Right? And I don't even care. Maybe he would have whooped my ass. I'm not sitting here like I'm the baddest motherfucker, but I do have a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
I mean,
right?
You're a fighter. You're a trained MMA fighter.
So-
Fought in the octagon.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is like fighting it. It's not that big of a deal, right? People make it this big fucking like, it's just like, oh, you want to fucking challenge my ego? Like, do you want your ego bruised, motherfucker? Like, it's literally worst case, you get your ass beat
Yeah.
Or you get shot.
or you get shot.
Wait,
Worst
why would
case.
you get shot, Josh?
Because you're fighting... usually you're not fighting your friends. You're fighting somebody you don't...
Well, this guy's my friend. We're still
yeah,
boys.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
still cool, right?
You're saying someone brings a gun to a knife fight. Or
Someone brings
fist
a gun
fight.
to a fist fight.
Yeah, fist
Yeah,
fight.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right about that.
And so, I mean, where was I going with this?
I think we were talking about just your MMA experience in general.
Yes. Oh, so stand up, right? Looping it back, stand up and fighting. What I'm getting at is like fighting is one of the most like intimate things that you can do. Like it's more intimate than sex. Trust me, dude. No, I'm kidding. Too soon? Tough crowd. No, that only works once on set. Too soon? Tough crowd. It makes no sense, and everybody just laughs. You know. But what I'm getting at is like it's like you put yourself on the highest platform and you put all the pressure on yourself, and sometimes you get beat up, bro. It's not the best. Sometimes you whoop that ass, and after you've done both enough times, you walk up, you shake their hand, right? I've got experiences where, you know, I cornered a dude and he just starched a dude. He like beat him up, and after the fight, I'm like, dude, and I'm just backstage screaming, but there's just a curtain. I've fought at some shitty and crazy venues and, you know, shady, whatever. And there's just a curtain, a literal curtain between our corner and their corner. And that's pretty common. Anybody that fights is like, oh, yep, you know.
You don't have your own, you don't each have your own rooms.
You can literally hear like, you can hear them call your name, and then you hear them call your opponent's name, and you hear pads going pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And you'll hear them be like, let's fucking go. And sometimes you're like, that's fake. And sometimes you're like, oh fuck, this guy's really serious, right?
this guy's
Like,
really about
this
to
guy,
hurt
like,
me.
really, and he'll be yelling shit like, I'm gonna fucking like wipe out his bloodline. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Sounds
But-
intense.
But what I'm saying
Wipe
is
out
like,
his bloodline?
But what I'm saying is,
children.
yeah. One time my boy starched some dude, and I was the one hyping him up, this and that. And then one of my closest brothers, right, his name's Mike Segura. He's I think he's gonna fight soon too. He's a really good fighter.
Mike Segura?
Mike Segura out of
You
California.
related to Tom Segura?
Yes.
Shout out.
Yes.
Is he really?
No, he's not.
Oh.
But
That would have been a really cool story.
too soon? No.
All right.
So he, dude, I'm hyping him up, and then he turns around and he looks at me, and I think he had stitches in his face, and they're like doing stitches, and he looks at me and he gives me like a silent signal, like he goes, and he points to the curtain and he goes, you know how that feels? And I was like, holy shit! It was a turning moment in my in my life. If
Wait,
you will.
he was telling you that
Because-
he heard you hyping your buddy up.
No, he was the guy that just starched somebody, and
Right.
I was the one that was like, you starched it, and he looked at me and he points. And he goes like this, and he points to the curtain.
Oh, he's telling you to be respectful to the other fighter that just got his
because the other
ass
fighter,
kicked.
when you get your ass beat or beat someone's ass, you always go straight back to the locker room to gather your belongings, and then they write you your check. So I was like hyping him up, and he looks at me, and he points to his ear, and he goes like this, and he leans in, and he says, "You know that feels," and I'm like,
That's a lot of situational awareness.
"Yes." Well, that's what I'm saying. So
to be cognizant of
is
your
that him?
opponent's feelings.
Is that him?
yes, that's
Oh,
him.
do we got a
Hell
picture
yeah,
of him?
dog. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I've cornered some of his fights, right?
Yeah, he looks nothing like Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Nothing like Tom
No,
Segura
he's
at all.
he's hotter, dude. To be honest, right?
Well, he's also got
But anyway-
pretty solid ab muscles.
yeah, dude.
You know?
But
Is that a girl choking him out?
what
on
girl
his,
is that?
There's
That's
a
his
girl
girlfriend.
like jumped up on his back.
That's his
Yeah.
girlfriend. That's his wife. That's
That's his wife.
Yeah, he's got a kid.
Oh, okay.
He's got a second kid on the way. I think.
I got choked out.
He looks like the guy from Rock and Rolla.
But
Ooh, great
but
reference, Josh. Yeah.
that was he taught me that lesson. And another thing is I used to always say, "I love you, haha, no homo." And one time he called me out and he was like, "Why can't you just talk about your emotions, dude? Is it because you have a bunch of trauma in your life and you can never be serious?"
Well, that's
whenever
where
you explain
comedy
your
comes
emotions?"
from.
Right?
That is where comedy comes
Right.
from. All that good trauma,
Yeah.
that good, sweet trauma.
And so he brings that shit up, and he actually taught me that too. So now whenever I'll say something super serious, and then I'll catch myself joking at the end of the convo, I'll be like, "Hold on, you know what? Let's remove that part." And then they'll be like, "Dude, man, that's some great self-awareness." I'm like, someone taught me that, and it wasn't my therapist. Right?
Justin is getting in touch with
Yeah,
his inner child.
yeah, dude.
Proud of you, buddy. Very proud of you.
How many hearts have you broken?
See, look at that. Look at that.
That's the
now
one-
you have to make a joke out of it.
Yeah, yep, right there.
Come
you go.
on,
See,
dude.
and that's the one thing I don't agree with all these psychotherapists who are like, that's masking your. I'm like, I know that's what I do. That's how I
100%.
cope.
That's how I function.
That's how I cope. What are you talking about? You
That's
wanna
how
take
I sleep at
You want
night.
to take away my coping
Yeah.
mechanism? You know what? You can't pray anymore. How about that?
Ooh, wow, attacking the religious people, Josh.
dude.
I'm just saying.
Wow, dude.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, so you go back to getting a microphone, right? Couple things happen. You were on, and again, my highest that I've gone so far is like LOL, and I did like the Creek Cave in Austin.
In Austin?
right?
Yeah.
That's like the highest I've gone so far, right? Again, I've been doing this 2.5 years.
Pretty big deal, though, for 2.5
Right.
years, and he's
Yeah.
already performed at
But-
the place that Josh performs at all the time.
Yeah, dude.
It's a big deal.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much, you know what, I'm retiring.
You were done. And he's
No.
done.
but what I'm getting at is like when they hand me a microphone, yeah, I get nervous, but it's not even like comparable to before you go in there. And like I said, sometimes you'll look at your opponent and they're like shaking their hands and they're nodding up and down. And sometimes you could tell when it's real and when it's fake. Like sometimes they give you the nod and you could just see it in their eyes. Like they don't want to be there. Like they don't want to fight you. And they like
Like they're scared?
Yeah. Like, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Like I'm scared too. I'm
About
scared
to
too. Trust
hurt
me.
this guy.
Yeah. But then there's times where you're in there and you look at them and you like nod your head and they're like, boom, they're like,
They're in the
like,
zone, dude.
Yeah, and you're like, are we tapping hands? And then they'll like look at you and they'll like not like, and you're like,
Well-
oh, fuck. Okay, cool. I guess we're not tapping hands, right? Like,
I mean, here's the main difference to me. When you walk on stage at a comedy club, you don't have to worry about like getting a concussion.
yeah.
you know?
Worst case scenario, you bomb, right?
Yeah, people just aren't gonna laugh.
Yes.
Versus, you might have
And so
Parkinson's disease
I
down
feel
the
like
road.
Oh,
what
you
I'm
might-
getting
you
at.
might get knocked out. There's people been getting knocked out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Chris Rock came close.
Yeah.
But I mean, Will Smith can't hit that hard.
No, and then
way.
Dave Chappelle got tackled.
Yeah, but they wrecked that guy's life.
Yeah.
Oh man, they really messed him up.
I'd be like,
good.
dude, if somebody fucking came up on stage and I'd be like, oh, like I wouldn't freak out. I'd be like, oh, even if they smack me, boom, I'd be like, dude, are you kidding
Dude,
me? Like,
imagine how surprising it would be if a heckler attacked Justin on stage, not realizing he's
Yeah.
an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And then they just get turned into a pretzel.
What would be your move, Davey? If somebody attacked you, what's your first move?
Oh God! Before I ran or after?
So you run.
Okay, I'd run first, but then once they caught me, I'd still have the microphone and just hit him in the mouth with it as hard as
Hit him
possible.
in the mouth.
Hit him in the mouth with the microphone.
See, I want the show to go on, so tell me if this is possible. Just so I'm thinking to distract him when he runs on stage, I throw the mic in there. He looks up, I 300 him right in the chest. Pooah!
Yeah.
Right? And then I catch the mic in the air. He flies off in the audience. I end my joke, drop the mic, walk off.
Thunderous applause. Standing ovation.
I
Probably.
think it could work.
What do you think about that, Justin?
it's funny. I don't want to incriminate myself because I've got a 300 story. Like I'm ADHD. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you kick someone in the chest?
Man. I
Wait,
can't say
is this like in a sanctioned fight or
No,
just
definitely
hanging
not.
out? Just hanging out. Okay.
So one of the things I want to talk about is, first of all, this entire story is it's a satire, right? This whole story.
It's fake. It's fake. Never happened.
This is this is all satire.
No, we're just hanging out.
This is satire. This
Yeah.
never happened.
Stories, yeah.
I would, I'm just saying this is all fake. So I
Right.
want to make that very clear. This is not real. Anyway,
I mean, I believe him.
so-
I 100% believe this is not real.
this is not real. So way back when, I'm talking 2006 or 7, right? When 300 came out, there's a new dude that came to our platoon. His name was Peesh, right?
This is when you were in the Marine Corps.
I was in the Marine Corps a long time ago. Because 300, we talked about 300.
Yeah.
300 just came
Marine
out.
sniper in the Marine Corps.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that in his credits.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, I was a Marine highly skilled in fieldcraft and marksmanship who delivers long-range precision fire on selected targets from concealed positions in support of combat operations.
Damn, that was intense.
Yeah, I think that's the definition, but I learned it while doing a lot of push-ups, so I don't know. I have to do push-ups to remember it, to be honest.
I feel so much safer now,
Pain
Josh. Do you
retains.
feel safe?
Pain retains.
Oh, I feel safe.
Yeah, and then our mission is a detachment of one or more sniper teams performing assigned tasks of engaging there. It doesn't matter. But
Bottom line is you were a sniper in the Marine Corps.
yeah, a long time ago.
Pretty badass.
Yeah. And so we got this new dude, and his name was Peesh. And so I would always be like, he was older. He got a college education, and then he joined the Marine Corps as an enlisted man because he wanted
the full experience.
He wanted respect.
Yeah.
Right? So he gets our platoon. He's 24. I've been to Iraq one time. I'm like 20 or 21, right? I've already been to sniper school. It's fucking nuts, right? Like you look back and you're like, damn, dude. So he gets, I'm 21. So he gets to our platoon, and I'm like, come here there, fucking piece of shit, because his name is Peesh. We treat him like shit. Right?
Was this part of the hazing process, or?
Yeah, you just treat the new guys like shit because you get treated like shit and you projecting. You know
Yeah,
what I
of
mean? You're
course.
like, what's up, new guy? Piece of shit. Like,
Yeah, now it's your turn, buddy.
yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, how many people have you killed, you piece of shit?
Did you do stuff to his butt?
Yes.
Oh.
So
I knew it.
we go out
I
and
knew
we make this man drive, right? We're like, you're 24, you just joined the Marine Corps, you fucking idiot. You're gonna DD all night, well, we get stupid. And he's like, okay. So we get a hotel, and then we give this man permission on his free time, to like, you can drink, whatever. Right? So we treat this man like shit. And again, you call him a boot, like you just graduated boot camp. So he's a boot, but he's our boot, right? And now he's a total badass. He's like in like super specialized unit. I shouldn't have said his name, but whatever. If you want to kill him, dude.
Oh, his name's piece of.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're a
bro.
terrorist, and you're watching this and you want to track down my friend,
We don't want to do that. No,
Yeah, dude.
that's an American
yeah,
hero.
you're welcome, dude. You should have never made fun of my mom, dude.
Wow.
He makes your mom jokes all the time, and then I'll tag my mom on Instagram. I'll be like, and I won't say her name, right? She's a sweet woman, and I'll be like, please respond to my mom, and then she'll put laughing, crying faces, and he'll be like, damn, or call me stepdad. Like he's an idiot, dude. We're still friends.
I mean, honestly, he deserved that
Yeah.
whole thing
Yeah,
about
dude.
dying and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if he said
Yeah.
anything about your mom, that's crossing the line.
So, well, anyway, it's so funny. We made this man drive us, and then we went out to a bar, or before we went out to a bar, we snuck in a bunch of we brought we bought sodas, and we brought in a bunch of liquor like stupid Marines do, and we go on a group and we say, we're going to drink tonight. We got a hotel. You can drink now, piece of shit. So he drinks, and he's still the guy. We're all ragging on him, treating him like shit. But again, he's a boot, but he's our boot.
Right.
And so what happens is, we watched the movie 300, and I remember when we were done watching the movie, it's satire, it's not a real story, but
Right.
anyway, but this one dude stood up and he stands up as part of our group, and the whole movie's like, oh, and he stands up when the movie's done, the credits, the lights turn on, credits start going, and he goes, let's go fucking kill someone, and all of us we're stupid Marines, right? You have to understand, we're in and out of war zones. This is a real, this is a satirical, Marine, we're out in,
They would never do this in
I'm
real
not going
life.
to say the town because, then I would really incriminate myself.
Was it here in the U.S.?
I don't know, because it's all satire. It's not a real story. But
Alternate timeline, Josh.
yeah,
It was on Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I say it was
Yeah.
2007? I meant it was 2017. It was the remake. It was the second one. Anyway,
It was after you were already out of the Marine
Yeah, I'm
Corps.
just trying to
Yeah.
confuse timelines here. But so yeah, this guy stands up and he says, let's go fucking kill someone. And then I don't remember who, but he's like, oh, and all of us are like, oh, right? And we're
The whole group?
Yes. And we're wasted. We're
That's
wasted
gotta
at
be
this point
terrifying.
because we're drinking during the movie, like stupid Marines don't want to, it's just dumb. You're just like, drink all the time when you're not working, right?
Imagine the girls that went to that movie just to see Gerard
Yes.
Butler with,
Oh, dude.
with no shirt on, and then they hear these Marines just hooping and hollering, talking about
Yes.
killing people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And I remember like years and years
Horny.
passed, and I went to go watch Rambo. And I remember I saw a bunch of Marines stand up, and they like stood up, and then they were like, it was the same shit. They stood up at the end of the movie, and they're like, "Oh yeah, fucking, did you see the killing?" And I just smiled. All the civilians in the movie theater were like, "Oh my god, like these Marines are they can't tell. They're like, all these guys are being weird." And I just smiled. I was like, I remember my fucking. So anyway,
I rember my first time wanting to kill someone after a movie.
yeah, I remember my satirical story that I'm telling on a podcast because you know I don't want to incriminate myself because it's not real. So yeah, he says, "Let's go fucking kill someone," and all night I kept saying, yeah, if someone fucks around tonight, I'm going to do the spear move. You know what I'm talking about? Where he like, the dude jumps up with a spear and he jumps over some bodies and then it goes in slow motion and he gets a spear and he goes,
oh, yeah. That's when he tried to throw the spear at Xerxes and it missed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I kept saying all night, the drunker I got, you know, like hypothetically speaking, the more drunk that, you know, I pretended to satirically get.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to do, anyone fucks around tonight, I'm going to do the spear move with a bottle. And I just kept saying that, right? I'm wasted. And so this dude, Peesh, you know, somebody bumps into him and they're like, boom, they bump into him and they say, I don't even remember what happened, but like, I'm pretty drunk. And this guy's like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. And I should have just let the man get beat up because he like makes jokes about my mom, like, you know, 10 years later.
Oh, Peesh.
Yeah, Peesh.
Yeah.
But again, he's a boot and we treat him like shit, but he's our boot and Marines take care of each other, right? And so this guy fucking shoves him a couple times and Peesh is going, hey man, hey, like, cause I guess Peesh spilled his beer and the guy's like, yeah, motherfucker. So he's shoving him and he cocks his hand back, but he doesn't hit him. He literally just keeps pausing and he keeps, motherfucker. So
just faking him out.
Yes. So another friend, I don't want to incriminate everybody. So,
remember this fake story?
none of this, and it's a fake story anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that.
So,
say their name too. Say everyone's name.
It was Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald. So the fucking clown from Ronald McDonald walks up and he hands me, he just had 2 Coronas and they have 2 limes still in them. And he walks up and he hands me one of them and I see this instance about to go down.
Spear move, dude.
And I literally squeeze a lime and I put it in, right? I put a lime in, right? And I look at the dude and I'm like, should I do it? I look at Ronald McDonald. I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? And he just goes, and he backs up and I take like 3 steps back. And again, the guy's screaming. He's going crazy, but he doesn't fucking hit him.
He's never thrown a punch.
I don't know. He's just like cocked back. So I fucking back up and I remember I'm like, do. When I picture it in slow motion and I just, dude, you know, I pretend, right? But I fucking just, boom, and the guy,
Hypothetically, did the beer bottle break?
Yes, it busted for sure. It made such a loud noise because it was so like full, you know, and it's like boom, and he's like, and then all my friends, you know, hypothetically run up and they go, Governale, what the fuck? What the fuck? But as they're saying, you know, what the fuck, they're all going.
They're just beating the hell out of this guy.
What the fuck? And then the dude had a friend with him that tried to jump in. And as all my friends, you know, are hypothetically beating him up, the guy's about to jump in and they're literally going, don't fucking do it. Yep. Don't do it. And the guy just went,
I don't want none of this. No, I don't want none of this. Out.
So
were they saying "ahoo" while they were?
Yes. No, we're all "ahoo." That's Marines. Marines just want to fight. It's either you're gonna fight or you're gonna get laid. And if you're not gonna get laid, if you're not gonna get laid, it's like let's just sabotage the night and beat somebody up, like America's Finest, right? So that's how it used to be. Now it's like fucking call me they them, you know, or whatever the fuck. Like,
do they do that in the Marines now?
I'm just kidding.
I'm Xerxes.
They're like instead of being like instead of being like aye sir, they're like aye they them. Oh, you know. You know, they're like.
I mean, it can get a little awkward.
Just so you know that that's half of Davey's audience on here. So just so you, just so you know.
The they them.
Most of them are they them.
Oh,
that's not true, Josh.
Well,
okay, that's not true at all.
I mean, I see like the people that
it says like it's like 42% they them.
I would say like half 20% of them are fluid. 20%. They're fluid, but I don't think they necessarily pick new pronouns.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not making fun of them, right, or whatever. The
seemed
fuck.
like you were. It seemed like you were.
Don't cancel Davey. Cancel.
No,
you can't. I don't give a fuck. I really
can't make fun of him because it's a made up story.
Yeah, it's not even real. It's not even real.
Good
This is not real. This is not even.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah.
So whatever. They're like, what the fuck, Governale? Boom, 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 and then like all these bouncers, they came and they start trying to tackle me, and all I could think about was how I played backup, not even fucking full time, but like I was a backup fullback, like in practice, right? Like, and so all I remember is they were trying to tackle me, and I started pumping my legs, and I started being like, "You were a fucking fullback, right? Like, oh, you want to make me a backup? I'll show you, stupid fucking bouncer." And I'm pumping,
coach. Now what?
Yeah, I'm pumping my fucking sausage legs. You just boom, 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 boom. And in the process, they tore my shirt off, right? And they fucking
that's sexy.
And then he ended up I ran over to a wall and I started trying to jump over it, right? I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna jump because I'm thinking in my head, they're gonna throw me in a room, they're gonna lock me in there and they're gonna wait for the cops to come. So I'm like, let me just fucking run. Right. And so as I'm trying to jump over the wall, they're literally holding on by one leg and they're like pulling me back and they're like, just come with me. We're just going to kick you out through the front. And I'm kicking my foot, but I'm hanging off a wall like the Hispanic.
How many bouncers were there?
There's a lot of bouncers, but only one was doing that. And I'm climbing the wall, right? Like the Hispanic I am, because I'm fucking half Mexican. I could say that. So cancel that shit.
Wow.
So anyway.
Josh, you can weigh in on that if you want to.
From Laredo. He can say
I'm from Laredo. My mother's from Mexico.
Yeah,
dude,
he
so
speaks fluent Spanish,
Yeah,
too.
actually.
He does. We did a show over on the west side, and he was just talking in Spanish the whole time.
So
Cool.
anyway, so I hop the fence. The guy ends up pulling my shoe off. So here's the thing. I hop over the fence and there's this long line. And I'm not going to say that it was in Orange County. It was, it could have been Orange County. But
might have been. We don't know.
But it also could have been San Diego County. Anyway, there's a bunch of hot California chicks and they're all waiting to get into this line. And they're all like stacked up on the wall. And I end up making it to the other side of the wall. Boom. And I have no shirt on. I'm covered in fucking tattoos. I look left. I look right. I'm bald. I'm covered in fucking another man's blood, right? Just saw 300, dude. Fully erect. Boom. No, and so like I look left, look right, and then these chicks in line like look and they're like ah, and they just take off fucking running, and I'm like, when I just start running.
You were running after him?
No, I was just fuck
okay.
yeah.
I thought you were chasing
I was like,
him
quit playing
down.
hard to get, girl.
Yeah.
Fucking get back here.
With
Like,
one shoe.
yeah, with
right?
one shoe. So I have no shoe on, and so I run out, and I end up seeing my friends like getting thrown out of the bar. And then I'm like, hey. And then I see the other dude get thrown on the bar and they just boom, and you just pull of blood, dude.
The one that got his head cracked?
Yes.
Oh.
And pull of blood. And then I look around and I'm like, guys. And I hear sirens. I'm like, guys. We got to go. That's the cops. And then one of them says, that's not the cops, you fucking idiot. That's the ambulance. You just fucking killed that guy. And we're like, we take off running. I don't kill the guy. We looked it up the next day. We didn't kill him.
Okay.
It was a bar fight.
We didn't stick around to find out, but we did look it up the next day.
Yeah, but it's not a real story anyway, so I didn't do it.
Right. Great fake story.
Yeah, great fake story. I'm pretty good at telling fake stories, so.
Fake stories are kind of Justin's thing.
Yeah, so I promise I've had sex.
Okay. Josh, have you ever broken a bottle over someone's head?
No, I've never broken a bottle over.
Have you ever just attacked someone?
I got hit in the back of the head with a full thing of Coke, a Coke can, but that's about it.
Oh, like a Mexican Coke can?
No, it was
Like
just
the
a
glass
regular.
bottle?
It was just a regular Coke can. Just
okay.
Just regular Coke.
So you never attacked anyone? You've been attacked, but you've never attacked
Yeah,
anyone?
I don't like to fight. Half my fights I've lost. So.
I mean, you talked about what you would do if you got attacked on stage.
Yes.
What would you do? What would be your first
That would
move
not
if
be
you-
what I do. What I attacked. I would look at everybody like, y'all gonna help me, right? I would look at everybody in the audience for help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you were going to attack someone at a bar, let's say someone just disrespected your wife at a bar.
Right.
And you knew
I'm like,
you had to
what? I'm asking my wife, what the fuck did you tell him?
Oh,
Like, why is
you have
he
to
just-
defend her honor. What are you? Look at this guy.
What? Because I know my wife has a big mouth.
You want me to go crack it on his head? I'm going to crack it on his head right now. This plastic bottle's about to shatter on Josh's forehead.
Shit.
Wow, Josh.
I put it this way. There's been 2 times where I almost got jumped at a bar
Okay.
because they thought that I was with their girl. And I wasn't with their girl. They're just friends with me. And I turned around and I pretended to be gay.
That was your move?
That was my move. 100%.
Yeah, they don't want to gay bash some dude.
No,
You know what I
it's
mean?
when it's 3 big ass 6'2", 6'4" dudes in front of you, and you know you're about to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
You go, hi, do all that. Fuck, they're not gonna beat you up.
You know what?
And you
One
get the
of-
fuck out of there.
One of my buddies actually used to
Smart.
do something similar.
Yeah.
If he felt threatened at a bar, like if a guy was approaching him, like bowed up, like you were talking about, like maybe
Yeah.
cocked back, like ready to punch, my buddy would aggressively say, "Oh, I dare you to punch me. I will suck you off."
Oh, yeah.
It diffused fights so quickly.
Dude, you know what's funny is and I kept my bearing. That's like military shit, right? You keep your bearing as you're like aggressive, and they all left. Right, that's one of my only memories of the night. Right?
I shot all those plates and then threatened to suck someone's dick.
So, and the other memory is like that they ended up taking all my stuff away from me, and they're like, "You need to stay in the hotel." I got kicked out of some bar, right?
Your
So
buddies?
My buddies. So they took me back to some hostel, and they're like pushing me into the bed, and they're like, "Dude, stay asleep." And I was like, I'll suck your dick, F-word. I was like, and it's like a community hostel with like 10 beds, and people are like, "Shut the fuck up," right? And I'm like, "I'll suck your dick too. I'll suck your dick too." Anyway, I don't know what happened the next
You were
couple
just
hours.
threatened to suck everyone's
Yeah, that's what I
dick.
mean. Like I was really fucked up, and so I blacked out. And I literally woke up in a restroom Like next morning, woke up like no shoes, no socks, nothing in my pockets, no shirt. I pissed myself, dude. My pants are open. I told that other story on another podcast, and I'm like, and the first thing I did was like, check my butthole. And I was like, doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. We're good. We're good.
Seems like the same tightness.
Yeah,
I think we're solid.
Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think I got, you know.
You never know.
You know,
could have been.
But hey, if you don't remember,
it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Thank you. Yes, I've been saying that for a long time, Josh. If you don't remember, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to get blacked out a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, all these stories are fake. So.
Yeah, fake stories. Hey, I did want to ask you another thing about MMA fighting.
What's up?
Okay, so Josh and I had this conversation a little while back, and the question was: there's a lot of very attractive female MMA fighters, Paige Van Sant, Misha Tate. There's a bunch of them, right? And Josh said that he actually would date an MMA fighter as long as he could beat her up.
No. That's not what I said.
That's kind of what you said.
No. I said that you asked me, could I beat one up? And I said that I would impregnate her. And then when she was 9 months pregnant, then I would fight her. Because all headshots, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So he didn't hurt the baby. Yeah. He's not a monster.
Yeah, then I could defeat her.
So that was his move.
So she learns. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got a random curveball. You know, most MMA fighters cannot get pregnant.
Real? Oh,
Yes,
I did not know that.
Because they're men?
Okay.
No.
Well, because most MMA fighters are men.
Josh, you are headed down a slippery slope right now. You're about to trigger Justin right now. Like his veins are popping out.
Yeah.
He's losing it. He's fucking losing it in his penis.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
I can look up stats.
Touché.
Most MMA fighters are men.
That's okay. We're talking about most female MMA fighters. Justin saying,
just to clarify,
they can't get pregnant.
I know for a fact, right? Because I've trained. I've been doing this 15 years, right? And I've had teammates before, and the reality is, like, fighting it's not good for your body. First of all,
true.
Right?
Yeah.
B, dropping the stupid amount of weight that you drop.
Cutting.
It's actually harder for females to cut weight, right?
Really?
Than it is for males.
I didn't know that.
Right? Because they have more natural fat on their body.
They don't have their period when they cut.
Wow,
weight.
Justin just called all females fat. Did you hear that, Josh?
Well, they have boobs that have fat on them, and
so they have more what's the word, like body fat percentage?
Yeah.
But that's biologically for a reason, right? It's because they are, whatever, dude. I hate that I can't even say this shit. Women have children, right? Women have children, and like it's meant to be.
They are able,
biologically speaking. I'm removing
children. Yes.
I'm removing gender roles, right? But breasts have fat in them because it's like they need more on them to survive and be healthy, right? Whenever back in the day they used to look at the childbearing hips, because it was a thing. They were healthy, they could have children, and they could bear children, right? So what happens to female MMA
We're getting
fighters,
real gender studies right now, Josh.
Yes, I'm a doctor.
hope,
that's true. That's
I'm
a lot of
doctor.
them. A lot of them would die from trying to give birth because their
hips aren't wide enough.
The baby wouldn't fit, and you can have wide hips, but if that, I forgot what it's called, if that piece,
the vagina, the
cervix?
not the vagina, no, the bone. If the bone inside, how he has the if that's still not big enough, you can have wide hips and that not be big enough.
Yeah,
and the baby can't be born. And
so
then they die.
I mean, I have no kids, but
I'm learning a lot of things.
But what happens is
they
it's so bad for your body, and I know damn well I have teammates that would tell me I haven't had a period in 2 years, and you're like, what? Because they drop 20, 30 pounds, right? And then they put it back on, and then they fight and put on this crate. They stress their body out so much, it throws your hormones off. And I know, and I'm just being honest, they're like, oh, my boyfriend blasting me all the time. Like, I'm not on birth control. And you're like, wow. They're like, I really think I can't get pregnant.
Hey,
that's what I was going to say. You can dump in them.
I'm really starting to rethink my stance on this.
So
I'm thinking I might want to date an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Just so I can dump it.
What's funny is I know a lot of them very well, right? And so again, I don't want to come off as a misogynist, right? At all.
I think you accomplished that with the wide hip thing. But
But I mean that a lot of them are fucking cool. I know champions, right? That'll fucking they can whoop that ass, dude. And so I'm not shitting on them. I'm just saying biologically, a lot of them. They can't get pregnant in the process.
Well, here's the other thing. I mean, as Josh kind of pointed out, even if they did get pregnant, I mean, one fight and that baby's done.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
One trip to the octagon, that baby's out of there.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Greg Abbott just made that shit illegal. Yeah, fucking train MMA. Come to my gym. Shout out.
See?
Shout out.
Look at that. That's a great reason
6 p.m. tomorrow.
to start
Don't be
training
late. 6
MMA.
p.m. 6
If you're a lady, and you're upset about what's been happening in our country lately, train MMA. Number one, you can beat up dudes. Number two, you can get rid of that baby naturally.
While
it seems like a win-win.
Oh man, I don't want to demonetize this by getting on these hot topics, dude.
Well, I want to know if you would date an MMA fighter.
So okay, I've had sex with a couple of them.
Okay.
And he was pretty cool, you know. Like, nah, I'm just kidding.
Big fella.
Yeah.
Heavyweight.
No, they're cool, but the problem, I feel like they just have that competitive mindset, right? And
During sex?
yes.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
No,
okay. It's like, I bet I can come quicker than you.
it's just rough, man. Like, typically, most gyms, for the most part, not all gyms, MMA gyms will have that one female, and she's just the queen bee, bro.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Anytime there's another one, like they start sparring and shit, it gets fucking crazy. Like they're trying to, I'm the alpha, it gets to the point where like, hey, tone it down.
Really?
So most MMA gyms, if they have like a famous fighter, for the most part, it's like they'll have jiu-jitsu partners that are female, but there's the one girl that just fights at a super high level, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing everywhere you go, right? And I've hooked up with a couple of them. I'll tell you right now, whatever. I always just air my laundry. Like the sex is we're MMA fighters for a reason. There's a lot of fucking trauma.
Energy.
A lot of trauma involved, right? So it's not just like Republican missionary sex only. Like,
Oh, why's it got to be Republican?
yeah, because
dude?
it's
That's a
Republican
Republican
missionary.
move.
No, I disagree.
All your
Missionary?
clothes on.
Yeah. No, I mean, they have the lights on.
Anyway, yeah,
They're
no,
doing
dude.
other stuff. They're probably doing doggy style.
It's literally like fucking.
Have you ever seen that porn where they like fight each other naked and then like
that's a good one.
It's like an MMA.
yeah.
No.
The guy always wins.
I've seen a few of those, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
But-
one where the girl literally picked the guy up and was holding him upside down and,
Sucking his dick.
yeah.
But I mean,
Shit.
it depends, man. But in terms of dating a female MMA fighter, I mean, I'm so just surrounded by MMA. It's just so much in my life that it feels like it would make sense to date an MMA fighter because you'd be like, yeah, like it's we know and understand. But I'm kind of like, dude, just fucking give me a break in my romantic life.
Well, I feel like it's
know?
it's very hard for that to be successful. It's kind of like dating in comedy, Josh. I mean, you've dated a lot of comedian.
Never.
No?
No, my dating career stopped in 2007.
Oh, that was before you were doing comedy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I mean, I've stayed completely away from it. I won't
I've
do
hooked
it.
up with a couple jiu-jitsu chicks, right? And I'll tell you right now, don't shit where you eat. Everybody knows this. Don't have sex with women in the gym. I've done it, right? And
Plus, what if she's just better at fighting than you? She gets more attention. You know?
I mean, that's
Then
kinda
that makes you feel bad.
No, there's a girl back in the day. I won't I won't mention her name, but like I was being all secretive, right? I just moved to this, like I moved back to my hometown. I was in Afghanistan. And I would train in Afghanistan with people and stuff, but I came back to my hometown and this girl's like really flirty with me, and she's like, "Hey,"
And she's a fighter?
she was a jiu-jitsu athlete,
Okay.
right? So she whatever. I was like a blue belt dude. This is like 2010. She was like a white belt, and she was like, "Hey," just coming on to me, and I'm being super secretive. And I had a key to the gym, and I'm like, "This is fucked up." Whatever. I would never do this again, but I did, and I opened the gym, and like we did like a late night training session on these disgusting mats, probably full of ringworm and staph. And now
that's
full of
exactly
HIV.
like the video
Yeah.
that Josh was
Yeah.
describing earlier.
Now full of HIV and AIDS, right? But and chlamydia and all that other shit. Anyway, people live really long these days. But yeah, so whatever, we hook up, and I was kind of quiet about it. And then I told one dude in the gym, I was like, "Hey, don't say anything." And he's like, "What?" And then we had like a Christmas
you
party.
just had to brag, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, so I was
That's
like,
half the point.
Yeah,
I get
I
it.
was like, "Hey, don't say anything." And I was like, "I hooked up with," and then he's like, hey, everybody, dude, he's trying to be quiet about banging Jess. And everyone's like,
Oh, no,
and everybody, dude, everybody's like, "Hey, brother."
That's just a rite of passage.
Dude, like 7 people had already like boned her from the gym, and I was like, what the fuck?
Why
Like,
is that a problem, Justin?
It's not at all. But everybody was like, "Welcome. You're trying to be quiet. We've literally all had sex with her." And I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?"
She ran through all of you.
She ran through all of us, actually.
did.
And hey, kudos.
You know what? Yeah,
Kudos.
exactly. I was going to say, good for her.
Good for her.
That's
dude.
right.
Good for her. Because fucking I'm worth something. Anyway, so yeah. So what's funny is like we got a new dude in the gym, and he kept training, and then like it was like another function that we had. We're like watching UFC fights or something, and we kept like making sure that they were just together in the room, and he thought he was all sly and slick. And we're
Oh,
like,
I
oh
love
god,
that.
oh god, and then they end up leaving together, and then he shows up to training like on Monday. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And we're like, "Hey, did you?" And he's like, Yeah, and we're like, ah! Like, and even me like projecting was like, ha ha, how does it feel, cocksucker? Like,
I love her.
I was like, I love, but deep down inside, I was like really distraught and hurt. So I was like, I thought we were going somewhere.
I thought something was gonna happen. I thought maybe I was the one. I could change her. I could change her.
Yes, yeah, like fucking. So whatever.
Something.
That's happened. Yeah, I felt something. It was like in this area though, but. Whatever, I've done that, and then I will, like, one time I was in Thailand, I met this lawyer.
Oh,
dude, no,
in
she's
Thailand?
Gorgeous. No, she was from the U.S. She was from Colorado, and she was training at a gym.
Same but different.
Yes, same but different.
Yeah.
But she was from Colorado. She's a lawyer, gorgeous dude. And I moved to Thailand for 6 months, right? So I was out there, I was training and stuff, and so this woman tells me like, hey, we should, she's like a white belt, I'm a blue belt, and she starts telling me like, we should hang out Sunday, and I'm thinking in my head, oh my God. How am I going to, like, there's no way. This girl is just so out of my league. She's a lawyer. She's freaking hot, dude. I was like, this is the best. And so she starts telling me Sunday, like, text me, gives me her Thai number. She's living there for a bit. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking marry this girl. So Sunday comes around. I'm texting her. I'm calling her. She's just not responding. And so I'm at this place called Tony's, right? It's like on this strip of, like, Muay Thai gyms in Thailand. All my friends are Swedes. Right, they're all
cool.
They all talk like this, man. Like
I'm
English,
the Swede.
Yeah,
we can actually do a Swedish accent.
English is my second language, man. But like they're so funny. They're just like such good humans, dude. And so I'm like, dude, that girl, Natalie, man, like I called her, like, and they're like, oh man, I think you should wait some more, like 20 more minutes, and then call. And they're trying to give me like bro advice, and we're like all eating at this restaurant. I'm like, I don't understand. Like she said to meet her, and like that she never showed up, and like I hope she's okay, and all. And then they're all trying to give me bro advice, and on the same strip, because most restaurants are outside in Thailand, right? On the same strip, I'm like just distraught, like, dude, this, and then
something might have happened to her. She could have gotten kidnapped.
And then a scooter just passes by, and it's like, and it passes by, and it's the black belt instructor from the gym that I train at, and she's just hanging onto the back, and they're like, I'm like, dude, should I call her? And they're like, I think it, and then you just hear this loud scooter, and everybody looks, and it was that pregnant pause, 1, 2, 3, and all these Swedes are like, ah! And I was like,
you were a blue belt. Yes. He was a black sheep.
So check this out. So I show up to the gym Monday, and he's like, hey, Governale, this and that. And I was like, hey, bro. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I was supposed to hang out with Natalie the other day, and I saw her, and I told him the story that I told you, and he's just dying of laughter. He's like, I felt bad, Governale. I really did. I tried to tell her, but she just really wanted to hang out, man. And I'm like, I get. And he looks at me, and he goes, I'm going to tell you what. And he goes, black belt, blue belt, black belt, blue belt, black belt, blue belt. Wait your time, man. And I was like, damn it, dude. Damn it. And there's something to be said about that. It's terrible. That is not the reason I do jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu. It's changed my life for the better. I want to make that very clear, right? But there is something to be said that when you get your black belt in jiu-jitsu, you show up to a random gym.
There's some credibility.
You pop in, and there's a bunch of hot chicks that train, and then you leave, and then you just get a follow on IG, and then you open up your fucking DMs, and they're like, thanks for showing up today, professor. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what?
They call you
like,
professor?
Yeah. It's like,
whoa.
So,
well, that's kind of like the same thing with comedy. Like they would go for the dude, or
it's like any industry.
Yeah.
But what's terrible? What is fucking terrible? And I will say that some people abuse it. Right? They will use that to their advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And they will like it's.
And they probably think that it's their right.
Yes, and it's fucking. I want to make it. That is a cancer in the jiu-jitsu realm, right? There's people that have like abused students for years and shit, and it comes out and it's fucking trash, dude. That is not what jiu-jitsu is about. I want to make that very clear.
Sure.
But there is something to be said. but if you're a hot blue belt watching this podcast, no, I'm just kidding. At Justin Governale is my handle. It's fucking terrible. But yeah, man, and I've done it at other gyms before when I was coaching, and a student came on to me and they hit me up. Thanks for class, professor. I'm good. And they're like, what are you doing? Do you want to get a drink? And I'm like, fuck, dude, this is a bad idea. And I even be like, this is a bad idea. And they'd be like, why? We're both adults. And I'm like,
But trauma, Justin.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad. And they'd be like, why? We're adults. And then I do it. And then you show up to class Monday and you're like, say bye to everybody. And you're trying to keep it a secret. And you're like,
you know how
it's terrible,
like
dude.
College students can go for the cute professor?
Yeah.
I bet it's like the same mentality.
Yeah, I'm
here.
the cute professor.
You are the cute professor. Yeah. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Anyway, so yeah, man. But I am at the point now. I've been a black belt for 4 years. I will not fuck a student, right? I will not roll
Never.
into a gym. No, dude, don't shit where you eat. Because I have. Dude,
I know Justin way too well. Guarantee he's not gonna stick to that. Guarantee it.
Where I'm at now, dude. I will not fuck a student, dude.
Only because they're not hot enough.
No. I will not fuck a student, dude. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay,
No,
he got me on that one.
no,
But
I really, I'm not doing that shit anymore.
How long has it been since you had? I want to phrase this carefully. Sex with a jujitsu, an of age jujitsu student. When you say student, when you say student, you know.
I would say it was 3 or 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not do it again because it started creating like issues, and then like it would like, you know, it doesn't matter, like sex is just sex, but you do get in these fucking arguments, and then you go to jiu-jitsu to remove yourself from these issues that you have going on in life. It's truly a form of therapy.
Right.
So you show up to the gym and you see this person and they're just giving you this fucking look, and you're like, fuck.
All
right?
that stress you were trying to leave in the outside
Yes.
world, all of a sudden
Yes.
it's all
and some people
centered
date,
right there.
Some people date their own students.
Probably
you know?
probably like losers though, right?
Yeah, fucking losers.
Yeah.
Unless we all break up, hit me
Exactly.
up. I'm a black belt. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding. No, dude, I personally, where I'm at, I will not do it anymore. Right now, there's something to be said about that, but it doesn't mean that you can't date somebody from another gym.
Right.
Right. Fuck yeah. Right on.
I don't see any problem with that.
No, there's not. But don't fuck your students. Just don't fuck your students.
Really, and I'm like uncomfortable with how, like, if you isolate that sound right there, you know, just don't have sex with your students. Justin sounds like just such a perv.
Don't fuck your students.
You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so uncomfortable with that. And now you're looking at me that same way, and it's just making me. Well, oh, why are you doing the sips? Why are you doing the sips? I don't know what's happening anymore. I feel like we've gone completely off the rails.
Don't fuck it anyway.
So you definitely wouldn't date a student.
Oh, that would be a good sign. Like, come join jiu-jitsu. We don't fuck our students.
Yeah.
You will not get you won't get fucked at our gym. Our gym is a fuck-free zone.
We'll fuck you up, but you won't get fucked.
Yeah.
That's right.
Zero penetration gym.
Yeah, dude.
That's the name of the gym.
And I'm past that, dude. Like jiu-jitsu for me, it's a way of life, man. And again, it's about growth, and it's about learning lessons from the time you start until you die. I'm always going to do jiu-jitsu, right? There's always just life lessons, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend. Again, I'm pretty fucking, I'm raw, dude. I'm always raw. Everybody that knows me knows that, right? I don't
Raw
sugarcoat
dogging.
shit.
You're just raw dogging.
Raw dogging, unless you're a jiu-jitsu student. Then we're using condoms.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm
for
kidding,
sure.
nah.
Well, no, because they can't get pregnant. Why would you?
Touche. Oh yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, like jiu-jitsu is about life lessons, and it's taught me so much, right, along the way. And this is me. I can't be the only one. I guarantee I'm not the first person. I'm not the last person. But it's about growth and learning, right? And so that's where I'm at through jiu-jitsu. I mean, there's plenty of other people to fuck in the world that aren't your students. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. So many non-students that you can have sex with.
Yes.
Justin.
Ooh, can I ask this question? Have you fucked any comedians?
Oh. No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Are there any that you would like to shout out on this podcast that you would like to have sex with?
Vanessa Gonzalez.
I don't know who that is. Who's Vanessa Gonzalez?
She's my best friend in high school, right?
And she's a comedian?
She's a comic.
She's famous.
Really?
She's legit famous. She's fucking. We were best friends in high school, and then
She tours with Chelsea Handler right now.
yeah,
Really?
super legit.
And she won't have sex with you?
Nah, it's like a joke. It's like
It's a joke for her. It's a joke for her.
So
Maybe
she
not
had
for me.
a
But,
Comedy Central special. and
ooh,
stuff.
nice.
bro, she's a badass dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More props. Yeah, I'm dropping your name there, fucking Vanessa. Piece of shit. She won't even
Hell
watch
yeah.
it. She won't watch it. She got too
She
big.
won't watch
She
it at
got
all.
big. She got
I'm
too
not
big
on
for
her
it.
radar, dude. Not even close.
I should call her right now. Hey, I'm on a podcast. She'd be like, what do you want? I'm busy.
You know what?
Like,
I wonder like what the ratio of traditionally attractive women in jiu-jitsu, like how that compares to the ratio of, you know, traditionally attractive females in comedy. Because I mean, I'm just
I don't know
curious.
about looks, but I feel like as far as mental stability
Yeah.
is the same. Not saying that the mental stability is bad or good. I'm just saying the spectrum of mental stability is the same.
I would agree with that.
I'm on the
Yeah.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Of
We all
trauma.
are.
The trauma spectrum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Trauma
Yeah,
spectrum.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah, I think that like women in comedy are just as messed up, possibly more messed up than men in comedy.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the same thing for. Was that the door opening?
Yeah.
The studio door just
Vanessa?
opened and shut. Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. Wait, who just walked in?
Oh,
Is it George Anthony that just came?
You know what? If I was, I'd bang a comic, George Anthony.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
You'd have sex with George Anthony?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be on the top or bottom?
I'm definitely a top guy. I know I'm way smaller than him.
So George would have to bottom for you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's like looking at me like, what the fuck?
Damn. It's like a Chihuahua on a Doberman.
Yeah.
That would be. Oh, I'd watch that. I'd watch it, Josh. Would you watch?
No, I wouldn't watch. I'd give them,
You'd probably produce. You'd probably produce the
love.
video.
Yeah.
And then release it like a oops, we accidentally released our sex tape. That'd be great.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so no dating MMA students, but you would date another MMA fighter. Like you'd be cool with that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of hot girls that do jiu-jitsu, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
A lot of.
I actually know a couple of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man.
I don't think they'll mess with me though. That's the only problem. I don't think they'll mess with me just because I don't fight at all.
Yeah.
Well,
do women fighters like dating non-fighters, or does it happen?
ooh, that's a great question,
Yeah,
Josh.
you know what I mean?
Maybe I do have a shot.
They typically date within the circle because they're at the
They do.
gym so much. Yeah. And I think in their mind, they're like, they want a man that can like.
Well, plus I would always be
Throw 'em
worried.
around.
Like if I was gonna date a
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu
like women
or MMA
like
fighter.
men that like beat them up and stuff. Not me, right?
Whoa.
I've dated some women that like they date dudes that like beat their ass, and then the dude will go to jail, and then they like come back around and they're like, hey, and I'm like, don't do it, and I'm like, hi, baby.
You can't stay away from
I
it.
can't stay away. Like it's just the best. Like I love them. I love her. If you're watching this, I love you.
Damn.
Anyway, hope your boyfriend's in jail right now. I'm gonna call you right after this. She won't answer.
We're getting
She won't
deep
answer.
into some
Yeah.
trauma right now.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
These are all made up stories.
Also, come back to jiu-jitsu. Come
All
back.
hypothetical, all
No.
allegedly.
Come back to my class now.
All right. I want to do some plugs real quick because we've got some stuff coming up that
man.
I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have any shows that are coming up that you want to talk about?
Just the reality thing.
Yeah, but you
going
can't
on.
say anything
I can't
about
say
that.
anything
Yeah,
about that.
no.
I am doing LOL August 3rd. And
Nice.
Then, I believe also maybe August 4th, right?
Potentially.
Potentially
Potentially.
August 4th.
That's right.
And then, I do the Tiger, and I'm just growing, man. I'm trying. I did get published in Coffee or Die magazine.
Nice.
And it's a comedic piece. Right?
Okay.
It's
it was about like you traveling, right?
No. That's another one. That one's gonna get published hopefully in October. But this other one is it's on my IG. So anybody can hit it up.
What's your IG?
At Justin Governale.
There we go.
Right. But I did get published. I've been published now in a book, one in a magazine, and I'm just gonna keep going, dude.
Just gonna keep writing.
Just gonna keep writing.
You're a
dude.
writer.
Yeah.
You're a professor.
Yeah. I'm
Hell
a
yeah.
professor. Yeah.
Love that. Josh, you got anything coming up?
July 29th, check me out at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. I'll be headlining. August 4th, South Padre Island. August 2nd, Funniest Person in Austin. And August 6th, I will be doing my album in Weslaco. So get your tickets.
Love it.
Oh, one more
Love
thing.
it, dude.
One more thing. I am fighting August 21st.
Boom.
Oh, you are
Yeah.
fighting again.
August 21st, and then it's just like it's badass, dude.
That is cool.
I don't know why I'm doing it, but I love it.
Can I
love
be
it.
can I be the hype guy?
Oh yeah, you could be. I don't know. You can. I want to say yes, but I'm also not the dude that's like. So what I've realized when you're walking out for fights is sometimes people make that experience about them, right? So it's like the smoke and it's like
The entourage.
yeah, and they're like, let's go. And they're like hyped and they're acting like they're hyped for you, but they just know that there's cameras and they're just like, yeah. Like, and you're like, and so I pick up on that. Like, I'm like walking out, I'm in the zone. And then whenever guys are like, ah, I'm like, whoo, like face push, like get the fuck away from me.
Really?
You know what I mean? Cause I don't,
So you don't want to be hyped up.
no, I don't need that shit up. At the end of the day, it's just a fight. You know what I mean?
What if I just came out and I just clapped politely for you while we were
Yeah,
walking?
for sure.
Clap.
Yeah, just golf clap them.
Or you just come out and like, it's Governale, and he's going to beat you up. Here we go.
Oh, a little song and dance routine.
And then you just totally.
I can do that.
Yeah.
And give you as many butt pats as you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Right before you
100%.
jump in the cage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I do have some very exciting news.
What's up?
Number one, we are continuing the $100 gift card giveaway. Justin, you don't even know about this,
No.
but we're doing a $100 gift card giveaway. Any episode that hits 3,000 views, we're giving away a Visa gift card to a random commenter on the episode. So that's really exciting. Number two, and I think even more exciting, we are about to have our very first Friends with Davey live. It's a live stand-up comedy show. A bunch of my friends are going to come out and do this show at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. Super excited about this. I can't announce the date yet. We're still finalizing the date, but Justin is going to be one of the guys on that show, Josh.
Let's go. Let's go.
I had another one that we could do for. So if we get 10,000 views, go on a date with Davey.
Hey,
and then
date with Davey.
10,000 views, and then they call in, or maybe they can be on the show, and they tell either how good or how bad the date was and what happened.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Man or woman.
Man or woman. Yeah, I'll go on. I don't care. I'll go on a date with anyone. I don't care. I'm not,
They,
like
them,
Justin.
Whomever.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, if this particular episode gets 5,000 views, I'm going to let Justin punch me in the face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Justin is going to kill you? That's cool.
No, dude, no. He's going to have a boxing glove on. He's going to I've never been knocked out.
It's either that or I could put you to sleep. You
I've
won't
been
even know what
choked out
happened.
before.
Okay,
I've already been choked out.
Oh, well, what's her name?
Christine.
Yeah, do you know Christine?
Yeah.
What's her last name? I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. She's a jiu-jitsu fighter. Yeah. No, she's married. She's married. Yeah, and her husband seems very happy. So he probably chokes her out quite a bit too. But yeah, so Justin, if this episode gets 5,000 views, you'll get to just punch me in the face, dude.
Oh, I'll film that. We'll do it at the Tiger or maybe, whatever you want.
I mean, we should do it in the gym, if anything.
Oh, you go to the gym?
Yeah.
And then,
I'll go to his jiu-jitsu gym and just let him.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
One good shot. One good shot.
Speedo. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I'll wear a Speedo to distract you. I'll wear the Speedo to distract Justin.
Yep.
He's not going to, he might even miss.
I'll be like, boom, and then you wake up and I'm like,
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
I'll be like, you ever been knocked out with your cock out, dude?
There's the date with Davey. That's the old date with Davey.
5,000 views,
routine.
dude.
Yeah.
5,000 views.
Wow.
Fucking.
I think this is probably as good a
Demonetized.
place as any to end
Demonetized.
the episode. Hey, follow me on Instagram at DaveyJax. Also check out the website, DaveyJax.com for upcoming shows and other stuff that we're doing. Justin, thanks so much for being here, man.
Yeah, man.
Josh,
Yeah,
we'll see you
check it out
next
on
episode.
Spotify too. It's up right now.
Oh, that's right. We're on Spotify, and I think we're coming to YouTube. Or iTunes. YouTunes.
YouTunes.
The fuck?
iTunes, iHeart, a bunch of them.
Yeah,
So.
we're on all platforms at this point, so it's pretty exciting stuff, and we'll still be here live or premiering an episode every single Wednesday. So we'll see you next time. Thanks, y'all.
Secret Service team, the Eagle has landed and is making his way down the helicopter stairs.